Hey, what's up guys? Theo Joe here. Today we're going to be doing a high energy unboxing of the PS4 Pro, basically response to Xbox One S. This does 4K. It's got some upgraded specs that we could talk about as we move on. But you know what? Why don't we take a look at the outside of the box? There's not really much to see. Just kind of has the logo. Pretty basic. So why don't we open this right up? This side might be a little bit out of focus, kind of close, but you can still get an idea. So PS4 Pro, let's take this out. Basic box. Now you can see another white box inside. So let's open this up now. Quick start guide and another box to open. So we're gonna take this out. I assume this is a PlayStation 4. Not really sure what else it would be. So here it is, got some cardboard, very basic, you know, it doesn't seem like a very special unboxing. Very practical packaging. Nothing too exciting, but hey, you gotta appreciate that as well. So we got the power cord. I am hoping to God there's no power brick. That was one of the best features of the Xbox One S, was no giant power brick like the previous version had. And what's in here? So we got a controller, DualShock, and no power brick. Thank you, Sony. All right, so here we got pretty standard. Looks the same as the PS4. All the same. HDMI. This is HDMI 2.0 on the PS4 Pro, but from what I understand, the previous one had 1.4 HDMI, but all your cables should still work, so that is good. This is just a micro USB for charging the controller. Also got some headphones. And now we can take a look at the main event. PlayStation 4, it's wrapped in some anti-static. Oh, what's this below it? So we got just some advertisements, nothing exciting. And here we go. The PS4 Pro. So it seems like it's got a very nice texture. This is not smooth plastic. It's almost like a rugged, rough, sandpaper-like texture plastic. I do like it. I don't know if you can see how it looks exactly, but it does certainly feel very nice. On the front, you can kind of see it's a 3 terraced design. The PS4, I believe, was like just kind of 2, so it's a little bit taller, but still pretty neat. And also we got 2 USB ports on here, the eject button and the power button over here as well. CD player is right along here. Interestingly enough, the PS4 Pro does not have a 4K Blu-ray player inside. Very strange, actually. The Xbox One S had a 4K Blu-ray player, and Sony is one of the owners, I believe, of the Blu-ray standard. So I don't know why they wouldn't include that in there. Whatever, it does play regular Blu-rays, but not 4K. Very strange. On this side, you can see we have Ethernet, USB. There's an extra USB. Thank you, Sony. The previous PS4 just had 2 USBs, not that many, especially with the PSVR. You want that extra port. We got the camera and the HDMI input and the power cord. No brick. This looks like this would be an expandable slot for a hard drive or something like that. This is a 1 terabyte, so that's pretty exciting as well. Doesn't seem like there's anything on the sides. Except in here, there does look to be a port in the circle. I don't know if you can see in there. Not really sure what that is for. Maybe just for unscrewing it or something like that. On this side, nothing else. It says HDMI, some Dolby Blu-ray in there, so just some logos. And I think that's really all there is to it. Nothing on the back, or the bottom rather. So yeah, I think that's all there is really to look at. It's a very basic unboxing, but why don't we talk a little bit about the specs. As I mentioned, it's got HDMI 2.0, and the 2.0 is so it can do that 4K content. I believe it supports 4K 30. I'm not really familiar with all the HDMI standards. I know that it is not capable of doing 4K at 60 FPS. That would probably take DisplayPort. Some other specs is the CPU, I believe, is the same, although it's a higher clock rate. And also the GPU is an improved GPU at a higher clock rate as well. And I believe it also has an extra gigabyte of RAM. So you're gonna get a lot of extra performance, which is going to help, especially with PlayStation VR, where frame rate is pretty important. And also if you want to maintain frame rates in regular games either, especially considering that this will upscale games. So it won't necessarily change a game if it's only in 1080p to full-blown 4K, but it will look better than if you were just playing it on a PS4, I'm sure. It also does HDR, and actually the HDR feature is going to be coming to the regular PS4 because the HDR is not that CPU intensive. So if you have an HDR capable TV, you don't necessarily have to upgrade if you want this, but if you want 4K, obviously, you're gonna have to get this as well. Why don't we see if there's anything really interesting in the quick start guide. I don't expect there to be any, but you know, we can take a look anyway. So it says connected to the TV, AC in, HDMI out. Yep, pretty standard. LAN port, got the power button. Yep, everything I already said. So nothing, no surprises in here. Now, obviously this wasn't a review. I haven't had a chance to use it yet, though it does seem like it's gonna be a very simple setup. Just plug and play. You got the HDMI, probably don't even have to change out the cables. It's got an extra USB port. All this is gonna be very nice. Not that many extra bells and whistles. You got that extra processing power, which is definitely gonna be helpful, especially with PSVR. But after I do get a chance to use it for a little while, see if it upscales games pretty well, I will be doing a full review, of course, so be on the lookout for that. I'll put a link to that once it's ready, but don't expect that to be out immediately. So I guess that's it. There wasn't that much to talk about in this unboxing. No surprises. It's pretty much bare bones. You just get the console, the controller is nice. You got the HDMI cable. That's all you need. So nothing extra really. So I guess we are finished. If you guys did like this video, pretty simple, but let me know what you think in the comments section. If you got any questions you want me to address in the full review, definitely let me know, and I will try to go over those and keep them in mind. If you guys did like this video, give it a thumbs up so I know you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate it, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on new videos. I make them every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, except today. But anyway, I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Definitely let me know what you think down in the comments section or on Twitter as well. I'll be there. So thanks again so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.